series of operations have been launched by the Syrian Arab Army in Jobar as dozens of terrorists have been eliminated in several areas. The Syrian Arab Army takes over a number of farms connecting al-Mrei'iyeh and Zibdin in eastern Ghouta. The Lebanese army kills and wounds several terrorists who had tried to attack two military positions near Ersal and Rashay al-Wadi. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Irado Krikorian from the News Center in Damascus. Units of the Syrian Arab Army conducted a series of intensive operations in the areas inside Jobar, during which several dens and hideouts were destroyed and a number of terrorists were killed. Sana correspondent pointed out that the operations in Jobar began before noon today and are still continuing, accompanied by Syrian Arab Army attacks on Arbin and Zamalka, killing and wounding dozens of gunmen. In Damascus Countryside, a Syrian Arab Army unit has destroyed a factory for manufacturing explosive devices, eliminating terrorists in Az-Zuhur Street in Khan al-Sheikh. Units of the Syrian Arab Army, in cooperation with National Defense Forces, took control of a number of farms between al-Mrei'iyeh and Zibdin towns and advanced towards Deir al-Asafir in eastern Ghouta in Damascus Countryside, tightening their grip on the terrorist groups.
The Syrian Arab Army has inflicted heavy losses on terrorists and destroyed their dens and hideouts, including weapons and ammunition, during a series of operations inside the villages and towns of eastern Ghouta. Syrian Arab Army units also eliminated gunmen in al-Tabbakh, southeast of Mleiha, advancing in the direction of Zibdin town.
Following
the liberation of al-Mrei'iyeh, our armed forces made good progress in the direction of al-Tabbakh farms south of al-Mrei'iyeh. This was during the first phase of the operation. During the second phase, units of the Syrian Arab Army advanced towards Shab'a University within an area of 3,200 square meters, as all the areas along the line of Zibdin, Jisrin and Deir al-Asafir have fallen under the control of the Syrian Arab Army.
The Syrian Arab Army also took control of a number of buildings in which many terrorists have been stationed.
In Idlib suburbs, Syrian Arab Army has killed and wounded several terrorists, some of whom were non-Syrians, in several districts. The Syrian Arab Army repelled an attempt by armed men who tried to attack military checkpoints in Talab and at Dabshiyeh village, killing and wounding a number of them. The Syrian Arab Army also eliminated terrorists, including 16 leaders of non-Syrian nationalities, injured others and destroyed their vehicles near Sarje and Shnan villages in Az-Zawiya mountain. Syrian Arab Army units also targeted terrorists near Benin and the surroundings of Tallet al-Marra. In Aleppo, Syrian Arab Army units have killed and wounded armed men in El-Ramoun, ancient Aleppo, and Al-Sha'ar, in addition to 5 sites in Aleppo countryside. They also destroyed 4 vehicles and killed the terrorists inside them in Khan al-Asal and a 5th in Al-Jabiriyah. Some of them were provided with heavy machine guns. In Homs suburbs, the Syrian Arab Army has destroyed a terrorist hideout in Sharshuh, eliminating 15 terrorists. Armed men were also killed or wounded in Al-War neighborhood, Al-Ghajar village and Tallet al-Badu, as well as in Mas'ada and Sahrij villages and Al-Shajara farm near Palmyra in Homs countryside. In Deir Ezzor, units of the Syrian Arab Army targeted terrorist gatherings in the towns of Mouhessen, al-Mrei'iyeh and eastern At-Tayyim field, eliminating dozens of terrorists, including the so-called Emir of ISIL in the area, Abu Anas al-Tunisi, Abu Yusuf Izmir, the so-called Emir of ISIL in Deir Ezzor, and Sikkar Abdurrahman. Units of the Syrian Arab Army destroyed 14 vehicles equipped with machine guns and killed at least 10 terrorists. Another Syrian Arab Army unit destroyed 3 vehicles used by terrorists east of Deir Ezzor airport. Syrian Arab Army units have continued their operations against terrorist hideouts in a number of neighborhoods in Daraa city and its suburbs, inflicting on them heavy losses in men and material. The Syrian Arab Army destroyed a vehicle carrying armed men and 5 motorcycles in Sheikh Miskin and eliminated others in 5 sites in Daraa countryside. Syrian Arab Army soldiers also killed and wounded other terrorists and destroyed a number of their vehicles that were heading from eastern Al-Ghariya to Al-Karak. The Syrian Arab Army has moreover targeted terrorist gatherings downtown Daraa, killing and wounding some of them. Welcome back. Within the framework of combating terrorism across the borders with Syria, the Lebanese army repelled at dawn today an attack launched by terrorists on a site in Wadi Hameed near the town of Ersal in al-Baqa province in Lebanon. The violent clashes resulted in several casualties reported among the terrorists. The Lebanese army also held 2 Syrian terrorists who had opened fire on a Lebanese army checkpoint in Rashay al-Wadi in western Baqa. This happened a few hours after the army seized the car in Wadi Fisin al-Hermel and captured 2 Lebanese men and confiscated a number of RPG shells inside it. In Iraq, the army took control of a number of areas in Tikrit in Salah province, inflicting heavy losses on ISIL terrorist group. Units of the Iraqi army assumed control on Khariz area in Ninawa area. Meanwhile, security authorities liberated the town of Al-Hamra, destroying 7 vehicles used by ISIL terrorists. In another development, terrorists assassinated the dean of Agriculture College in Al-Anbar by attacking his car with an explosive device. Finally, in occupied Palestine, 1 citizen was wounded when a group of settlers driving a car ran him over at the entrance of Beit Amr, north of the West Bank. Israeli occupation authorities arrested a number of citizens, including 2 children. Meanwhile, Israeli settlers led by Rabbi Yehuda Glick broke into Al-Aqsa Mosque through Al-Mrei'iyeh gate. Rabbi Glick tried to climb into the dome of rock, but students and worshippers prevented him from doing so. With this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Karun Kürkcan, but after a short break.